Man, just kind of wondering, you get down 9 there. I mean, where's the turnaround come from?
Just sticking with it, Rob, and, we've talked a lot about that, trying to stick with it. You have to play longer minutes better. And the guys they're starting to believe in themselves a little bit more, which is always key. They're the guys out on the floor, so they got to believe they can get it done. And we made some timely shots. We got some timely stops, which runs happen. And we started moving the ball a little better. We had a really bad stretch there offensively. When we came out of that timeout, I thought we were really good.
If you have a question for Coach Hutt, please type question in the chat. We'll go to Jackson.
Coach, just what does it mean to you to see your team finish this one and do it in a way that they hadn't been able to do this year?
Happy for them. Happy for them. When you have 10 new guys and you go through this COVID stuff and you're traveling and games are canceled and you're coming back, we coach really hard. We coach them really hard. We stay out there, we work on them. We're positive, but we coach them with tough love. And it was nice to see them get some rewards for their hard work and be able to come through down the stretch and even make a comeback.
We'll go back to Robert.
You had a lot of options with who to defend on Alston down the stretch there. Why was Leo the right guy there?
Anthony started off and set the tone. And I think that tone setting of not letting him get going, those good players, when you let them get going, it wouldn't really matter who was on him. So when he fouled out, we went with Leo. Leo's, he's going to be in the right spot. He's going to give effort. And then I got to give credit to Orlando coming up on the pick and roll, like he needed to.
If you have a question for Coach Hutt, please type question in the chat. We'll go to Paul.
Coach, you just mentioned that moment when Anthony fouled out, and I'm not asking you about the call. Obviously, your whole bench thought it should have been a charge, not a block, but that happens. You end up down 9. Can you tell me how your team did what it did from that point on? Because it seemed like the emotion of that moment somehow got channeled in the right direction, and you closed on a 13-1 run from there.
Obviously, we made some big shots, so you can stick together and, play good defense, and it does come down to shot making sometimes. But I like the direction that we went. We moved the ball, we generated good offense, and when we were open, we knocked them down. And then we made everything tough on Boise at that end. So, they didn't whine about the foul call. It is what it is. And they stuck together and they said, we got more time left. And that's nice to hear from those guys.
We'll go to Robert.
You mentioned the shot making, but over the past 3, your 3-point rate is up, and you're actually making a lot of threes. I mean, can that be kind of a difference maker for this team?
Our guys can shoot the ball, Rob. The ones that are shooting them, they can shoot the ball. So it's a matter about getting the right ones and getting comfortable. And we got to, one of our best shooters is on the bench, just getting healthy with Destin Whitaker. And we got some guys that can shoot the ball. They just got to shoot good ones and shoot with confidence. And that's what experience is about.
We'll go to Andrew Martin. Or this, it looks like Scott. Scott, you're on mute.
Coach, describe what the locker room was like in there. And a second part to that is, do you kind of sense the belief growing in your team at this point?
The locker room, they were excited. They were happy with themselves. They were excited. Everybody was very energetic, except for the coaches a little bit. And we told them how proud we were of them and how we stuck together and we gritted out a tough one. We made some big shots and we got some big stops. And, with any team, the more that you can have success and you have it the right way, then it's going to help with your belief.
We'll go back to Paul.
Couple things, Coach. I mean, perfect at the foul line. That was huge. Clearly 11 for 11 on free throws. But to beat a team that was unbeaten at home, a team that people have been projecting for the NCAA tournament all year long, and to do it the way you did it in such a physical game. Is this one of those that when you talk about Valley Tough, which you've been saying since you took this job, that this is the game tape you turn on to show them what that means?
We showed some Valley toughness, especially there at the end. It was a tough, hard-fought 40-minute game against a really good team and a really good program. And, you just always, these are building blocks. These are the good times. Sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail. We were a little bit more of the hammer tonight, and that was nice. So it'd be a nicer plane flight on the way home and get back and get ready for those Utah State Aggies.
Seeing no other questions, we'll pause there. We'll be back with Isaiah Hill shortly. Thanks, everybody, for now. Welcome back, everybody. We have Isaiah Hill. If you have a question for Isaiah, please type question in the chat. We'll start with Robert.
I just wanted to ask about lining up the three there at the end. I mean, what's going through your mind right there?
I was just confident to shoot the three right there, and he didn't give no pressure on me, so I just felt it was time to take that shot, and that's what happened. And I'm confident enough to make that in crunch time.
We'll go to Scott Bemis.
Hey, Isaiah. Again, only 9 turnovers, I think I see for you guys tonight. What do you think the difference has been as far as taking care of the ball? How are you guys operating more efficiently and not turning it over as much?
Yeah, well, I would definitely say people's confidence is a little bit higher, but also moving the ball, not forcing anything on the first side, moving to the second side, getting second penetrations. So a lot of that comes into effect with not turning over the ball. So we've been really focused on that because that helps us win games.
We'll go to Robert.
Back to that shot. I mean, you feel like they were daring you to take it?
I wouldn't say they was daring me to take it. I think he had seen the screen coming behind him, so he just looked back for a second, and I felt that was my time to take the shot.
We'll go to Paul.
Isaiah, can you describe where your guys' emotions were as a team after that play where Anthony fouled out? Because after that free throw, I mean, you guys are down 9, and the rest of the game, you took it. You took the game from them. Where did that come from?
Coach always says, with that, have that look in your eye. And today it finally clicked for us, and we had that look in our eye. We wasn't going down without a fight, regardless of if we came out with the win or the loss. We wasn't going down without a fight like we did last time.
We'll go to Scott.
Isaiah, obviously you had the win at UNLV, but I think everybody would agree this is the biggest win of the season for you guys. Describe what that locker room was like for you guys.
Oh, yeah, definitely. All the guys are happy. I mean, it was a tremendous win for us, knowing we could be the top team conference. This is what we've been striving for. It's been a rough season, a long season, but, I mean, everything's starting to click, and we just got to stick to the script and trust in Coach, and Coach trusting us, and we'll be all right.
If you have any other questions for Isaiah, please type question in the chat. We'll stay with Scott.
Isaiah, it's March, right? So great things sometimes happen in March, and teams have been known to make a run. I mean, what do you think? I mean, is it you kind of get that magical feeling that this team is peaking at the right time, when it comes to college basketball?
Definitely. I mean, we're playing our best basketball, and this is the perfect time to play our best basketball. So we're just going to get back in the lab, go back, and then play Utah State Saturday. And we're just going to try to keep this momentum and stay positive and just keep on going and try to make something happen this March.
Well, thanks, everybody. Seeing no other questions, we'll end there. We'll connect with you before Saturday. Thanks.
Thank you.